everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is coping with an estranged child. How do you do it? Coping with an estranged child. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, we do have a letter, and let's dive right into this letter and see what she says. Tonight, I am so upset. Let me explain. I am 41 and have a 25-year-old daughter. At 15, without guidance, I gave birth to my daughter and vowed for her to have a better life and a future than I did. You know, we all want our children to have much better lives than we had growing up. And I thought I did a great job, despite my upbringing. I always said I just grew up. I wasn't raised. So at my young age, I wanted my daughters to not be teenage single mothers. I wanted them to have great credit and be able to travel the world with high self-esteem and substance. And as of today, I am proud to say that I have accomplished that. However, when my oldest child turned 22 and moved out, she got a boyfriend and completely changed. Well, you know that can happen. No matter how much we do for our children and try to protect them and try to guard them, when they get of age, they go out to find their own way. Now, that doesn't mean that they have forgotten everything that you've taught them. You just have to have faith that whatever you taught them is going to resonate somehow in their lives. All right, so let's go on. It's been 4 years, and she still hates me. She points out everything I did wrong. I never wanted the narrative to be that we're feuding, because I'm her mother, and I don't feud with anyone in the world. So never my own child. But today I lost it and decided that if she wants to paint me out to be such a horrible person and mother, and her life is better without me, then I'll give her a reason. And I did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what'd you do? I feel horrible for reacting like I did. But I'm tired of trying to be the bigger person. And she keeps treating me like I stole from her, lied to her, and did anything other than try to be a better mother than I had. How do I let go without feeling like I'm burying her? I'm really cold. And for the last year, I never tell anybody I meet that I have 3 daughters. I only mention the 2 who still live with me. Is it okay not to like my child? Is it okay to be angry? I really feel like if I'm 70 and haven't heard anything from her, it's okay. But I know I overreacted to situations, but I'm hurt. To sacrifice my life and give all I honestly thought I was doing, the absolute best for her to treat me as such. I'm hurt and angry. My mother was addicted to drugs. I went to foster homes, never had any of the love, attention, hugs, reassurance that I made sure I gave my children, and would never disrespect my mother. I love her so much despite her flaws. I'm so angry, and I don't know if it's okay to feel like this toward my own baby, the child that made me so strong and made me want to be the best mother in the world. Please help. Okay, I feel you. I feel you on this one, because I'm kind of in the same boat. In the same boat. I have an estranged child. As a matter of fact, my oldest child. Same thing. You know, I was raised in a home with a narcissist. I did not have a happy childhood at all. But when I had my children, I wanted to do better. I wanted to give them better than what I had. You see? Now, I was not able to provide for them financially what I came from. I just didn't have it, and it didn't work out with my husband, so I was a single parent raising 3 boys on my own. So life was kind of tough, but I still didn't treat them with the harsh treatment that I received when I was growing up. You see, when I was growing up, you know, they call it whipping your children. I call it beating them. That's what I called it. That's what I got beat as a child. You see, I didn't do that with my children. I tried to communicate, to talk it out. You understand? To show them a different way other than being violent. All right? And I tried to keep them safe and do the best that I could. But as my son grew up, you know, because of some disagreement, now we are estranged. My oldest son, estranged, you know. And it has been for a year or so now. But, ladies, we can only do the best we can. You see, we don't own these people. We raise them, and we love them, and we support them. But it's up to them to be the type of people that they want to be. This is the thing. You want them to grow up and be upstanding people, upstanding, righteous people. And that's why you raise them like that. But once they grow up, if they don't want to be that, and they want to be something totally different from that, it's out of your hands. You've done your job. You've done the best that you could. That's it. There is no more. You understand? And if they feel like they want to blame you for something, that's on them, not on you. Not for you to carry that burden and that hurt for the rest of your life. You see, when I had the falling out, when I had the falling out with my oldest son, you know, I felt bad about it for a long time. Bad about it. And I even extended an apology. An apology. And it was not accepted. So I had to let it go. Being on your spiritual journey, number one, you have to protect your energy. That's number one. Always protect your energy. You always want to stay in a positive state of mind. When you're dealing with these tough situations, it can be easy to be drawn back down into low vibrations of feeling shame and guilt and hurt and pain and anger. That is all low vibration. You can't be there and be on your spiritual journey and to ascend to prosperity, to happiness and abundance if you are in a low vibration. And worrying about these people will put you right there in that low vibration and keep you there. You see? It's up to them to reconcile with whatever feelings that they have. And just because you are the parent, you know, you've done your best raising them. That's it. That's all you can do. You can only give what you have inside. That's it. All right? Even in my circumstances, I forgave my parents for the things that I went through growing up, because they only gave what they had inside. And it was probably better than how they grew up. You know? Most parents out here try to do a little better every generation. You see, whatever your parents didn't do, you try to do a little better with yours. And then your children would try to do a little better with theirs. I mean, that's a natural thing. But you can't blame people for doing what they did, because what they did was a reaction from what was done to them. Maybe they didn't heal from it. Whatever happened to them when they were children, if they didn't heal from it, then they'll carry it on to you. Now, for a child that's estranged from you, if he is carrying anger, which he probably is, if he's estranged, he or she, anger or resentment in some way, listen, if they don't heal from that and forgive it, they would carry that anger on to their own children. Carry it on to their own children and stay in a low vibration. It keeps you in a low vibration where you cannot prosper. You cannot be abundant when you are in that low vibration. It's difficult when you have a child that doesn't want to speak to you. You know, I was thinking the other day, it's funny that, you know, many of us, when we decide to have children, some of us, we try hard to have a child. We'll go to the doctor for injections, instructions. You know, for some of us, it's not easy to have a child. And you finally have this baby, you love this baby to death, and oh my goodness, you treat this baby like a little princess or a little prince, and everything, you know, you love this child. But then when that child gets into teenage years, if that child turns around and tells you, I hate you, you're like, what happened? Why? Where did I go wrong? I did everything I could to show you love and care and support, and you hate me. Why? You see, parents, don't take it to heart. You understand? If your children do this to you, you know, let it go. Don't argue with them. You know, my son, he didn't tell me that he hated me, but but he doesn't talk to me. He doesn't speak to me anymore. Okay? But that's on him. It's not on me. I let it go. And you'll have to let it go too. You can't live your life feeling guilty because someone else has a grudge against you. If you've done your best, and if you have apologized for whatever you feel that I've done to you, I apologize. I went to my kids and apologized. For, you know, when they were growing up, I apologized because I didn't feel like I was financially able to provide for them the best life. Okay? The best. They didn't have the worst life now, but they didn't have the best life. You see, they didn't have, financially, they didn't have the life that I had growing up. But I had a miserable life in there. I didn't have a good life. Nobody treated me well growing up. But I tried to treat my children better than I was treated. I gave them what I had. Now, they grow up and they feel like that's not enough. You failed me. Whatever you did, I didn't like it. What can you do? You know, that time has passed. And for years, I mean years, I carried guilt for the way that I felt, my sons felt about me, the way that they were raised, because they weren't raised in opulence. Okay? They weren't raised like that. They're just regular. Just regular, you know, every day was survival day. It was like that. Okay? But I managed because, you know, life can be hard for a single mother with 3 kids. Okay? but we managed. You see, 2 of them went to college. So, you understand? People, you can only give what you have. And it is a natural instinct for parents to provide something better for their children than what they had. And see, once I understood this, then I understood my own parents. They only gave what they had. And what they had is from what they got from their parents. You see? So the only thing that we can do is do the best that we can do. And send love to those that don't understand it. Those who don't want to talk to you, or hate you, or whatever, just send them love, but do not keep trying to make a connection. Don't do it. Let it go. Let it go. Because the more that you try, the more they're going to fight you. They're going to fight you. See, it's got to come from them. They've got to decide to forgive it and come back and love you. It's all got to come out of them. You've done your best. And if you have apologized and gotten it off your chest, that's it. That's it. And I mean, with my, especially my oldest son, I apologized to him every time I saw his face. Because I could feel the energy. You see, I could, every time I'm around him, I could feel a hostile energy. You see, now he could have been upset because of the breakup. I mean, me and his father, we divorced. He could have been upset about the breakup. Some kids, they never get over that. I mean, they'll hold that over your head until the end. Some of them. They just never get over, that you and their father is not together. You see? It could have been that. I don't know. He never told me what the issue was, even if he really knew what the issue was. Maybe he didn't know what it was. It was just something that he felt. I don't know. But I'm telling you this story, ladies, because I know a number of you are in this situation. It's not just me, and it's not just the lady in this letter. And these kind of situations can be very hurtful to a parent. Extremely hurtful to a parent. But parents, if you can understand the dynamic of it, and you want to live a happy life yourself, then you have to let it go. Let it go. And like you said in the letter, when people ask you if you have any daughters, you say that you have 2 instead of 3, because you don't want to, they ask you, well, what are they doing? And then you have to go down the line where so-and-so doing this and so-and-so doing that. And then, the third one, you can't say nothing. Well, I understand why you're doing it that way. But what I want you to understand is do not have any guilt about it. If you haven't sat down with your daughter and talked to her about it, then that needs to happen first. Try to find out what her issue is. Now, I did this with my son, but he never talked. I did all of the talking. He never told me what his issue was. So I really don't know what it is. I'm just assuming. But for your daughter, if you can get her to verbalize what her issue is, then you can get a handle on it. Is it you? Is it something you did? Something you said? Something you thought about doing? Something you didn't do? Or whatever. If you can get her to talk about it, this can open up a line of communication and healing with her. Now, if she doesn't want to talk about it, just apologize, whatever you felt like your part in it was, and let it go. Don't apologize again. Don't call her up. Don't text her up. Just leave her be. If one day in her life she wants a relationship with her mother, she'll have to come to you. Parents, don't run after your kids trying to have a relationship with them. If they have flatly let you know they don't want one, let them go. Let them go. When they are grown and they can make decisions on their own, you've already done your part. You've already done your best. You wish them the best, but they grown now. Don't stay in low vibrations with these people. Feeling guilty. Feeling sad. Allowing them to get you angry where you can't sleep at night. Things like that. Let it go and work on yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And strive always to be a better person for yourself. That's the best you can do. And you can send them love. Send them love from afar. I do all the time. Send them love from afar. That's it. But no. Don't continue to try to engage with them because they're only going to slap you in the face again. Slap you in the face again every time you try to rectify the situation. You've already apologized. That's it. I hope that you understand the message today. I really hope that it helps someone because parents, we go through a lot raising children. We love our children, but when they're small, they are adorable. When they get teenagers and peer pressure, all of that, all of a sudden they're going to stand up in your face and talk back to you. I don't like you. Who you think you are? Teenagers. You see? Parents, that's not easy to handle. And then they may walk off from you. Say, and leave you. Leave your home. I don't want to be with you anymore. I hate you. I hate you all. Parents, what do you do in a situation like that? Listen, don't run after them. Don't run after them. They have their own life to live. You've raised them. You've done your best. Let it go. Let it go. And this will help you to have a happier life. And I'm telling you this because, listen, I ran after my son for so long. I was exhausted. It just consumed me. You can't live your life like that. That's misery. Plumb misery. Let it go and work and love yourself. Love yourself. And it will help them because you'll be radiating positive energy. You see? So whenever they think about you, they'll see positive energy, hopefully. And especially if they ever come around you again, they will feel a more positive, loving, healing energy. And that's what you want to radiate all the time. So, love yourself and love your children. Just love them from afar if they are estranged. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.